Hey, good morning and welcome to Coffee with Kevin. I thought that when I retired, I would sleep in way late because I spent so many years of my 43 years working on the railroad, looking out the window of a train, watching the sunrise and watching people wake up around the world. I had been up all night long. And I thought for some reason when I retired, that was behind me, that I wouldn't do that anymore. But I get up every morning excited to go outside and look outside and watch the sunrise. And this morning, while I'm waiting for the sun to come up, I'm reflecting on something. You ever drive past a building where the lights are on, but nobody's ever home? That's what Congressman Tom Cole's presence in Oklahoma's 4th District feels like. The office exists. It's at Rock Creek and 36th Street in Norman. The title exists. He carries a lot of power, and that power certainly exists too. But when it comes time to defend Norman's National Weather Center, protecting local jobs, or standing up for economic interests of this district, Tom Cole doesn't seem to show up. In the military, they call it AWOL, absent without leave. And more people here in the 4th District are wondering who's actually watching the store in Washington while our community's priorities are left behind and unattended. Folks, let's talk about that today. As I reflect this morning on the years I spent looking out the window of a train watching America wake up, I'm thinking about accountability and what it means to truly represent the people who sent Tom Cole to Washington. Earlier this year, according to reporting from KGOU and the Washington Post, employees connected to NOAA operations at the National Weather Center in Norman were among federal workers laid off during workforce reductions. The Washington Post and other national outlets reported broader cuts to NOAA staffing nationwide, raising concerns about forecasting capacity during severe weather season. That matters here in Oklahoma, where tornado warnings and storm predictions are not abstract science. They are life-saving work, rooted right here in Norman, Oklahoma. The National Weather Center here in Norman is not just a research facility. It is one of the most important public safety institutions in our state, bringing together NOAA, the National Weather Service, and the University of Oklahoma together to protect lives across Tornado Alley. When jobs tied to that mission are reduced, our congressional representative should be the first person speaking up. That matters today when the National Weather Service office in Norman is highlighting elevated to critical fire weather concerns across much of Oklahoma this week, especially where conditions are dry and windy. Now let's talk about that in more detail. Tom Cole told the Norman people in a July 23, 2025 news article from KOSU and Gaylord News broadcast via KGOU, who covered Cole's comments while federal NOAA budget cuts were being debated. He promised to protect the Norman facility. Key line from the article, Representative Cole said, quote, has promised protections for Oklahoma's weather infrastructure and the people behind it, period, close quote. I'm reminded that on the railroad, when something happens on the line, you document it. You don't hide the incident report, and you don't pretend the signal never dropped. Congressman Tom Cole said he would protect the National Weather Service presence in Norman. Yet layoffs at the National Weather Center were confirmed, and the public still has not been told how many people lost their jobs. When the numbers stay unclear, people begin to wonder what is being protected, the workers and the mission, or the politics and the politician around that decision. In public service, credibility works like a timetable. If the information isn't published, people stop trusting the schedule. But instead, the silence by Tom Cole has been deafening. At the same time, the Oklahoma Policy Institute and KOSU reported that undocumented immigrants in Oklahoma paid approximately $227.5 million in state and local taxes in a single year. That's revenue supporting roads, schools, emergency services, and local economies across our state. When immigration enforcement policies expand detention and deportation efforts, those taxpayers don't just disappear from immigration system. They disappear from Oklahoma's workforce, Oklahoma businesses, and Oklahoma tax rolls. That creates economic consequences right here at home. So we're left asking a difficult question about priorities. Why does it feel like there is more energy in Washington for funding detention centers than for protecting jobs tied to public safety research in Norman? Why does it feel like the chairman of the House Appropriations Committee, Tom Cole, is not using the power to defend one of the most important institutions in his own district? Some of the same voices who once applauded criticism for national leadership are now strangely quiet quiet when leadership is needed closer to home. Accountability should never depend on party affiliation. It should depend on performance. Representative Tom Cole has served in Congress for more than 2 decades. With seniority and power comes responsibility. Responsibility to defend local jobs, protect public safety infrastructure, and strengthen the economic foundation of the district he represents. Right now, many people in Oklahoma's 4th District are asking whether the responsibility is being met. Tom appears to be tired, and he appears to be beat down by Donald Trump because Oklahoma's 4th District is looking like it is being beat down as well. Because representation is not about holding an office, it's about showing up when your community needs you most. And as always, Coffee with Democrats airs Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m., where we continue these conversations with leaders, candidates, and citizens working to strengthen our democracy. And as we look down the track of another day, let's keep the conversation rolling.